Well, hello there, all of my Gemini lovelies. What is up? It is your girl Rue again from Spirit Reads on Instagram, honey. So in this video, my fellow Geminis, because you know your girl is a Gemini sun and moon, sweetie, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be looking at the general reading, the love reading, the work reading, and a spiritual guidance reading for March 2021 for all of my fellow Gemini sun, moon, and risings out there. One time for the Geminis. Hey, one time for the Geminis. Hey, okay, let me stop playing around. Let's go ahead and get to the tea. And if you haven't already done so, please make sure to like this video as well as subscribe to your girl's YouTube channel. All right, my camera's acting weird, but let's go ahead. Okay, that's not going to defeat our purpose for being here, sweetie. Okay, we are trying to see what is the general energies surrounding all of my Gemini sun, moon, and rising out there. What are the best messages regarding the general reading for all of my Gemini sun, moon, and risings out there? So let's see what we got here. So we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. Then we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, which says stamina. And then we have the Two of Swords, which is giving very much confusion. Theme card is the Nine of Swords in reverse, which says anxiety. I feel like there's a situation that we're coming off of in February where we're kind of feeling like we're tired of feeling confused about it. We're tired of feeling anxiety ridden. And I feel like this situation has to do with a person or maybe a situation that you may be in. And when I said that, I saw 101. And it's like now in the month of March, us Geminis, we're ready to turn up. We're tired of overthinking things. We're tired of putting other people's, feelings before our own. We're ready to get out here and get it on and popping. Okay, whether that is in a relationship life, or a work life, or, just anything in general that we've been putting on the back burner because we've been over here confused about situations that really have not been in our best interest. Now we're starting to see what is in our best interest. At first, we were not living up to our truest potential because we over here losing stamina and we're over here wondering, why are we so tired? Why are we feeling so groggy when we haven't even done nothing? It's because we're over here contemplating and overthinking other people's energies and we're not even noticing that we're doing it. And in the month of March, I feel like this situation is going to come to a good closing end. A good closing end. And when I said that, I felt, oh Lord, you heard this go off? When I said that, I felt a chill and my freaking alarm went off. And I see 212, sweetie. Okay, so can I get a hallelujah on that? We're tired of being confused. We're tired of being anxiety ridden over other people. And other people's energy is causing us to feel unbalanced because I just saw 222 and causing us to not have stamina. When in reality, us as Geminis, we can go all night. We can get work done. We can think up a plan and make it happen. It's just we've been so consumed with other people's confusions and energies that we have been taking other people's energies on. And I feel like in the month of March, we're definitely going to start stopping that because we're over it. Point blank to the MF and period. Okay. And that's just on Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay. Period. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull a love reading. What is the tea for the love reading, sweetie? What is going on for the love reading for us, Gemini, sun, moon, and risings for March 2021? What is the best messages regarding love life for all of my Gemini, sun, moon, and risings? Okay, let's see. Oh, sweetie, we got the transformation card. Okay, and it was in reverse. So we got the transformation card. That has to do with the, what card is that? The death card. So this has to do with the death card, but it's in reverse. Eight of Wands messages, and that's in reverse. Ace of Cups, which says fondness in reverse. We got the Nine of Pentacles, which says rewards. We have the Knight of Wands again that says desire. And then we have the Two of Swords, which says confusion. Theme card, Five of Pentacles, which is it's in reverse, but it's saying poverty. Yeah. When it comes to relationships, sweetie, we're tired of going through the same cycles. The same death and rebirth cycles of shit men and women. We're tired of going through the same messages and getting the same messages from spirit for us to start caring about ourselves more so than we care about others. You get what I'm saying? We're getting to the point where it's almost like it's going to be a slap in the face to spirit if we keep putting ourselves last, if we keep overthinking things in a relationship that really don't need to be overthink. They just need to be taken in, you know what I'm saying? Like taken into account and dealt with, instead of thinking of 2, 3, things about like, oh, well, maybe this person will change, or, maybe this might happen, or let me look at it from this perspective. See, as Geminis, we can look at a lot of things from different perspectives, but sometimes it's not for our best interest. Sometimes we'll stay in a relationship or we'll date somebody that really is not for us, or somebody that we see potential in. And we're like, oh, we can see where this can progress. But it's like at this moment, it's causing us to forget about ourselves and forgetting about the perspectives that we can be looking at within our own lives. So instead of in relationships and love, looking for perspectives that, help others, and reward others, you know what I'm saying? But have you confused and wondering, why are you so tired and stressed out when you're not even that type of person? Okay. We got to get rid of that, because those energies that we're taking on from others that we are in relationships with or are dating is draining us. Geminis need a break for themselves, a break to figure out what they want or what we want. We need a break to figure out, okay, every single time we keep getting these messages, because Gemini rules communication, sweetie. Okay, Gemini rules communication. So that means that we're getting messages from spirit, messages from others, messages from here, messages from there. And it's like, okay, we got all the messages. We've had so many times where we had to, have cycles and, rebirth cycles. We've had so many rebirth cycles when it comes to love and dating and relationships. When are we going to start figuring out what information needs to be applied in our lives so we can start being rewarded and start feeling good about our self-love and our self-care and our self-happiness, as opposed to always giving our energy out to the collective or always giving our energy out to the people that we're dating? There's an imbalance there. There's a confusion there. When you see this regular Two of Swords, it's about a person that is like confused. They don't know which way to go. Okay? They're trying to figure out, should they continue to be this person that is always giving people benefit of the doubt when it comes to love, but keeps getting their feelings hurt because we're more worried about the other person's situation and the other person's confusion and not our own? Or are we going to start dealing, or not dealing, but are we going to start focusing that beautiful energy, that beautiful mental and spiritual energy that us Geminis have on ourselves? Okay, it's time to die to that old self of always putting other people's energies first, or always being consumed with others' energies in relationships. And we need to bring that energy back into ourselves and love ourselves first. It's cool to love others, but this energy is showing that we need to love ourselves first, period. We need to love ourselves first. It's time. We've been too worried about other people and being somewhat, in a way, it's kind of like not being nosy. I was going to say being nosy because we can, but it's almost like we have a hard time letting go of the outcome of something, because we can think of so many possibilities in a relationship or in a dating life that we can always see different possibilities in the beautiful potential that a relationship or a dating partner can have. But sometimes we got to get out of that kind of what if scenario and look at the facts and look at the reality and figure out what our desires are outside of a relationship before we be sitting here looking destitute, okay, in relationships and dating, drained, hurt, codependent, attached, and keep wondering, why do we keep being that way when spirit keeps showing us again and again and again that we can leave out of those types of situations or get out of them through focusing on ourselves instead of others for just a little while. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying be rude, but it's time to focus on ourselves. Shoot, I gotta say it. Focus on yourself, Gemini, this month, okay? You can still be in a relationship, but focus on your self-love and self-care, period. And detach where you need to detach when it comes to unhealthy love situations, okay? Because it's time to transform. And that's to the Puriana to the Purier. Look at this. Woo, child. Love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. And then we have forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. So yes, some of y'all out there, may be in relationships. Sorry, y'all, my camera cut out again. But what I'm saying is some of y'all might be in relationships where you need some space. You need some time away from each other to really figure out who you are outside of always worrying about that other person. It's time to figure out who we are. It's not time to be double-minded. It's not time to be confused about what energies are ours or what energies are our partners. Okay, and when I said that, I need to burn the sage. Okay, we're over here getting confused about what energies is ours and what energies are the energies of our loved ones, of our relationship partners, of the people that we're dating, of our friends. We're confused. We need to have a moment to where we can get from being confused and move on into hearing the messages that have been there all along from Spirit that we keep hearing over and over again, and apply it to ourselves and love ourselves. And after we do that, if you're with a person in a relationship and they can withstand, you finding yourself, or they can understand where you're coming from, that's a true love. Okay, so I'm not saying give up on love, y'all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying put yourself first. Put your mental health first. Put your self-love first. Okay? Learn about yourself. Figure out who you are before you go back. So it may be time for a little break, but another thing I'll say is during that break or during that moment where you need to, have some time to yourself, don't have any grudges towards this person. Don't have any grudges toward this person because it was a mutual, situation. It wasn't just them. It was you taking on their energy. That's on you too. And I'm talking to myself as well. That's on you always taking other people's energy in. We have to figure out ways to not do that. You get what I'm saying? We need to figure out ways to protect our energy. And one thing I will say is like crystals, like obsidian, black tourmaline, citrine, things of that nature that can help us remain in a positive attitude and always remember who we are outside of others. Okay? So I don't want to talk y'all's head off about love, but I just had to get that out, period. Okay? All right, Gemini. So let's go ahead and move on to the work reading. Let's see what's going on for all my Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Risings out there for work. And sometimes I can share this with the Gemini. Sometimes I'll be feeling like I'm all over the place because I have, messages coming from Spirit and I'm trying to get it out correctly. So just bear with your girl if some things come out a little bit, wonky. But y'all can relate with, me being a Gemini as well as you. Okay? So, let's see what the tea is. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse again. Anxiety. And then we have the Ten of Swords, finality. The Emperor in reverse. For some reason, the Paranormal in reverse, curiosity. Ten of Cups in reverse, which says contentment. And then we have the Eight of Swords in reverse, which says imprisonment. Theme card, which is the Seven of Pentacles, which says progress. So these cards right here are telling me for some odd reason when it comes to our work life, and I feel like this is outside of like our passions. This is like within our work life. For some reason, we're starting to feel as though we do not belong. Or we're starting to feel like we do not have what it takes, or we're starting to second guess our ability at our jobs. And I feel like that's just something that we should not do. We really need to work on when it comes to, being in a job not overthinking our success, not thinking ourselves into, you know, an oblivion and thinking that we never do a good job. Because that's one thing I have noticed about us Geminis is sometimes we always just feel like we don't do a good job, even though we're like the best. You know what I mean? We're always trying to improve. We're always trying to progress. But sometimes it's like, at what cost? In the month of March, I feel like we need to take a little breather and sit back and think about the progression. And when I said that, I saw 444. And think about the progression of our work life. How grateful are you just to have a job? Or how grateful are you when you think about where you've come from in a job that you may have been at and where you are right now? Try to look at the positives when it comes to your work life. Don't get down on yourself if you make a mistake in March or you start like second guessing your ability to do your job, because I feel like something is being brought up to the forefront so we can acknowledge it. And what I think that acknowledgement is that anxiety that we can tend to have. And that anxiety, from what I'm seeing here, is about us feeling like we'll never progress and we'll never, you know, have our voice heard or be a leader, when in reality, Geminis can be some of the best leaders because we have some of the best mental capabilities. It's just we get so nervous and enthralled, you know, in our situations, you know, or in our heads, in these false realities and these made up, you know, situations, that we forget our mental capacities and mental abilities. So this type of energy is going to come up to show us, hey, why do I feel that way about me? See, it's going to get very spiritual in March. A lot of spiritual communication, okay? A lot of spiritual communication where it's going to be like, hey, why do you keep doubting yourself? Why do you keep thinking that you're not doing a good job in your job when you're great and people keep telling you you're doing a good job? Why do you not believe in yourself? Why do you have to always, you know, depend on other people giving you accolades and praise for you to, you know, believe that you can have long-term success? You don't have to wait on nobody but yourself. Give yourself praise and and accolades, and give yourself flowers now for the good job that you do at your job. Don't overthink it, because it's like, I feel like we can overthink ourselves out of a good energy if we don't allow ourselves to believe in ourselves. You get what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. This has been Mercury retrograding it out. I need to plug this bad boy in. Y'all, I almost fell. Jesus, help me. Is this even plugged up? Sorry, you guys. I usually don't be doing all this, but y'all Geminis, y'all understand where I'm coming from. The thing is saying it's not charging, but it seems like it is. But anyway, let me pull a clarifier. Lord have mercy. This Mercury retrograde is a trip. All right, let's see what the tea is. What is a good clarifying card for this work reading for all of my lovely Geminis out there? Clarifier for this work reading. And the card keeps sticking out. What card is this that keeps sticking out? It just won't go in. Communication. Good grief. This card is rough. This thing keeps sticking out. But yeah, communication. How are you speaking to yourself? That seems like the theme in general, is how do we speak to ourselves? Do we believe in ourselves as much as we believe in other people and boost other people up in our jobs? You know, because, you know, we can be the best motivational speakers and help others. But how are we communicating with ourselves when it comes to the great job that we're doing in our work lives? You're doing good. If anybody else hasn't told you, I'm telling you now. You're doing good at your job. Don't overthink it. Give yourself affirmations. Give yourself your accolades now. And say it out loud. I am a good employee. I am a boss. I will succeed. I will move up in my job, etc., etc., etc. You know what I mean? Don't overthink it. You're doing good, okay? Everybody's doing good. It's just the mind can get you to where you be anxiety ridden and overthinking your ability to be a leader, you know. It can get annoying, but I understand. We're progressing. And we have to have these things come to the forefront so we can learn from them and keep pushing forward. You get what I'm saying? Y'all, my video cut out again. I'm telling you, this Mercury retrograde, but I'm going to try to go ahead and finish this before it goes out. So let me see. What is the spiritual guidance that I have for all of my Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Risings out there? What's the best energies for spiritual guidance. Okay, let's see what we got. Love is all around. Never forget that when we go through overthinking moments, when we feel like nobody loves us, when we feel like we're in it alone, when we feel like nobody can understand our thoughts, when we feel like we're always going to be the motivator and, you know, nobody's going to motivate us. We have to understand we can't get so enthralled in our thoughts that we don't see the real picture. And the true picture is love is all around us, point blank to the period. If it's not in the physical, it darn sure is in the spiritual, sweetie. So if you can't find it in the physical, you might want to start talking to the spiritual, okay? Because they got your back always. You just got to connect. I ain't even really got to explain this one. It says use your mind wisely, okay? I'm just going to sit that there for a minute. We need to start using our minds wisely for our benefit instead of to our detriment. We have the ability as Geminis to do that. We just have to harness that energy and switch it around from negative to positive. Okay? And then we have, there is always enough. Remember that. Don't overthink yourself into thinking that you're lacking nothing. You are not. Whether you're single, in a relationship, you know, going through something at your job, you know, it don't matter what it is. There's always enough for us. We just got to start looking for it and being positive and stop always looking for the negative, or not always looking for the negative, but thinking ourselves into a confused stupor where everything becomes negative when in reality it's not. It's just our minds. Okay. Woo. So thank you guys for hanging in there with me with this interesting video. I've never had this many technical difficulties in a video before, but y'all Geminis understand, okay? So please make sure to like this video as well as subscribe to your girl's YouTube channel. Please comment down below if anything tickled your fancy, okay? Or if you would like to recommend a video for me to do a tarot reading on, like for celebrities, okay? And also hit up my Instagram at Spirit Reads if you would like to book a personalized reading. So this is all the time I got, honey. Let me go ahead and get off here before this thing go off again. See y'all in April. I love you, Geminis. Gemini, go Gemini. Woo, woo.